Hey guys, so I've had a lot of people ask me over the years what tenancy in common is. So my name's Rock Daniels. I'm a 20-year veteran, realtor, general contractor, real estate investor, or flipper. So tenancy in common is a legal arrangement that allows two or more parties or tenants in common to share a fractional ownership interest in a real property or in what we call real estate. So real estate ownership can take many different forms, with one of them being tenancy in common, or what we call TIC. So under this structure, several owners can hold title to a single property, and that gives each owner an equal right to possess the whole property. Now, while TIC, or tenancy in common, comes with key advantages, is it a good idea? Now, this video is going to explore the concept of tenancy in common, including what it is, how it works, joint tenancy versus tenants in common, and potential disputes that can arise. Now, in a tenancy in common arrangement, the shared property is owned by tenants in common. Now, each tenant in common has the right to use the property, sharing interests and privileges to all areas of the property, and paying their share of property tax, mortgage payments, monthly bills, and any other property payments. However, tenants in common also face the potential for unlimited personal liability when ownership interests are titled and recorded in their own name. Now, this is why it's common, especially for real estate investors, to form LLCs, or limited liability companies. Now, you use this to invest in tenancy in common ownership arrangements, as it provides asset protection. Now, without forming the LLC, there is zero asset protection, and if a tenant in common is sued, they can be held liable for everything they own. Now, the way tenancy in common works may differ from state to state, and the terms of a tenancy in common agreement may also vary by case. So, however, it's generally involving at least two tenants in common, and ownership shares that do have to be equal, and tenancy in common arrangements that can have dissolved or changes. All right. So, for example, if two tenants in common own a house and one sells their shares to a third party, the remaining tenant still remains a share of the ownership. Now, it's important to note that tenancy in common disputes can arise, and it's best for tenants in common to try to resolve the issues on their own before seeking outside help. Now, if this is impossible, then mediation or a court proceeding may be necessary. Now, additionally, it's essential to have a clear tenancy in common agreement in place that outlines the rights and responsibilities of each tenant in common. Now, in conclusion, tenants in common, it can be a great idea for some investors, but it's important to consider the potential risks and drawbacks. By understanding what tenancy in common is and how it works, and joint tenancy versus tenants in common, property owners can make an informed decision about whether tenancy in common is right for them. Now, again, my name's Rock. I urge you, hit that subscribe button so you can stay informed with anything that involves real estate, construction, or even investing. Now, I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you again for watching this video.